Welcome back. It's 9:42. Stepping up for a friend in need ends up leading to a book idea for an Indiana author. Look at these stunning photos. Who is this? Well, Ann Butler Montgomery is about to tell us. She joins me now to shed some light on the story behind her new historical fiction novel called Your Forgotten Sons. Ann, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to join you today.
Absolutely. Thank you for being with us. Can you give us a brief summary of, I want to start with what the book is about. We just saw some really pretty photos.
Bud Richardville was a young man who was born and raised in Vincennes, Indiana. And like a lot of young men during his time, he went off to fight in World War II. Unlike a lot of men, he wasn't drafted to shoot people or fly planes. He was part of the Graves Registration Service. And people always ask me, what does that mean? The Graves Registration Service men were the ones that had to locate, identify, and bury the dead. And nobody ever talks about them. And of all the books I've read and movies I've seen, no one has ever said a word about the men who have to clean up the aftermath of war.
Wow. How did you then really learn specifically about him and then get so much access to everything that you wanted to tell about his life?
My dear friend Regina had a tumor wrapped around her spine, and she had to go to Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore to have it removed. Very delicate surgery. There was a good chance she was going to end up paralyzed from the waist down. And she asked me to come there to be her healthcare power of attorney, which I did. And we were all very nervous about what might happen to her. And the night before the surgery, she hands me a Ziploc bag full of 75-year-old letters. Those letters were from her Uncle Bud, her mother's older brother. And she said, whatever happens to me, I want you to tell Bud's story. Promise me. And I said, of course. I wanted, to make her feel better. I said, of course I'll write the story. And then Regina walked out of the hospital as the surgery was a success, but I had promised to write this book, and so I did.
Oh, that is fascinating. And then to be able to track his movements during the war to get the specifics. What was the hardest part, or depending on time, I don't know how much time we have right now, but how much the rewarding part? How rewarding was it then to learn about what he did in his life?
It was, and it was heartbreaking, and it was difficult because in the end, all I had were his letters. All of his records were destroyed in 1973 in a records depository in St. Louis. The Army lost 80% of its records of those who were in the military from 1912 to 1960. So I had no military records to go on, but I did have the postmarks on his letters. And I was able to follow him to Normandy on D-Day, the Battle of the Bulge with Patton in Czechoslovakia. And that's how I followed him.
Wow, this is just so fascinating to me. What do you want readers to remember most about this man, Sergeant Bud Richardville, that many of us are just hearing about for the first time today?
Bud was a regular guy. He grew up, he was in a sharecropper's family. He was like so many of the millions of others young men that went off to war. And today we have a tendency to glorify war. We want to see the people in the battles and the planes and everything, but there's a price we pay. And the men that were in the Graves Registration Service, I think they paid the largest price of all. And I'd like us to remember them because so far no one has mentioned them.
Well, thank you for doing that and, taking what a friend asked you to do and moving forward with it. Ann, thank you. For more information about Your Forgotten Sons and the author, Ann Butler Montgomery, you'll have that at fox59.com/links. Wow.